Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Oh yeah, baby, it's time. I didn't really have an intro for this one. Hi, welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Let's just play the Stanley Parable, episode 5. Let's go. It does start off where we left it, so that's good. Ooh, that crisp ooh. There's a lot of old content remaining.
This is the story.
So, let's, maybe I can try that at some point. You know, we'll just play it, and we'll just see, and that's just absolutely fine. Someone also said that I could maybe escape the, this thing, but I don't know how. Lock the door.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Alright, got
what
one.
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
Yeah.
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just locked. A little bit closer.
Ooh.
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Whoa, damn. So this is original content, right? I think so. Oh, wait, whoa.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision?
No, it's the same. It's the same. No.
He had never been trained for that.
Oh.
No.
This is literally the same. I'll skip this. Okay, let's not do that again, because it's literally the same.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh, yeah, they were.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Shall I go to the meeting room?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
This is what I've missed last time.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
The bucket. Ooh, that's lovely. Wait, what the hell is this? Okay, I have my bucket. I'm happy. I can die a happy man now. I'm once again checking every fucking thing. That's not so wise.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Hell yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing. Apologies. Oh! It's a new little thing. Trust the completionist instinct. I don't have that. I do. Maybe? I don't know. I have ADHD. I can't really do anything. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. Oh, fuck. How can you tell you've spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? That is a good question. Figurines. Cool. Let's not go there. Wait, maybe it's a different one because,
Oh, Stanley. Can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
Oh.
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day.
Bitch.
This broom closet
believes
it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say.
That is true.
It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
Absolutely not.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over.
Oh, no.
We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk?
What did
that
you just
it has
call
to
me?
resort to this
That's
stream
racist.
of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons. But even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends.
What?
That your relationship is purely superficial and
we are best
convenient,
friends.
that your
Absolutely.
life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
You
expand on the
little
wide variety of
shit.
experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
Yeah.
Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Well, broom closet, you are not my friend. I have been inside you. Not like that. Once for a small.
I've got
Hey,
you
well, I was
something
busy.
which I think will help settle this debate once and
Okay.
for all. Here we go.
Ah.
There. Now it's settled. No more debate.
That's
no more
what I thought.
discussion.
Broom
Take
closet.
a hike, broom closet,
Exactly,
with all your meandering
bitch.
philosophical diatribes
Fuck you.
about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets
Yeah.
and the natural order of things.
Yeah. Exactly. No one belongs to me but the buckets.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and
another
I'm
sticker.
going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see?
Yes.
I feel that it works
More bucket.
because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket." There really
It is
a
a bucket.
wide variety of applications for
Yeah.
the sticker.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for the sticker. Can I have another one, please? Anyway, broom closet, you have nothing in common with the bucket.
You know what?
I can't hold
I could
you.
take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and
Sorry,
your
yes.
bucket.
Sorry, narrator. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, let me just, you, broom closet, we have nothing in common. But me and the bucket, together, we have been through hell. I can't say that about you, broom closet, so I'm very, very sorry, but I'm going to go now. I'm going to take my delicious, amazing bucket with me, and you're going to stay here, because you're a broom closet. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go now. Goodbye, bitch. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
Let's just follow the
upstairs to
let's follow
boss's
the
office.
thing, the main thing. Now, there was a figurine here, but I already got it, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. Hello, darling. It says that's where the secretary is.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned
Wow.
to discover not an indication of any human life.
Is that Chesterfield?
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Exactly.
Even now, in his darkest
good.
of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
Exactly.
It would be with him always.
Always.
The bucket.
Until the end of night.
And he knew
Of
it.
time. What?
The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
It's a keypad.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Fine. I imagine being with the bucket is just as good as being with your girlfriend. I have a girlfriend now. I had to say it. Sorry, I had to say it. I have a girlfriend. I'm sorry. I had to say it.
Was it
I had
the
to.
bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
The bucket is guiding me.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay, let's see. Bucket. That's all I care about, really. Bucket. Bucket. Bucket, mate. I've got a bucket right here in my hand, and that's all I need, really. Why do I always take that accent when I'm taking the
Elevator
lift?
raced downward,
Elevator.
plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
Exactly.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
it is. It will be fine. I have the bucket. It's all I need. The
Stanley
bucket.
and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
All right. Let me have a look. Mind control facility. Lovely. Lovely.
The lights rose on an enormous
What?
room packed with television screens. What horrible
Should I do
secret
that again?
did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Let's just do this one first. Wow, this is impressive. Ciao.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Gonna be fine, Bucket. Don't cry. It's going to be all right.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Good point. Good question.
These
I don't know.
questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Feeble? What the fuck?
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire
I
world.
can imagine
At
just
this
having
point,
to
he
squeeze
could
the
trust
buckets.
no one except for the bucket.
I have my own bucket, but I'm gonna leave it because it's full of garbage.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terror.
Let's just turn it off. Is everything going to be the same, but just with a different narrative? That would still be fun.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door.
Okay.
The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Oh no. Oh no, it is different.
Wait.
No.
What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be free?
Can I not? Do I have to leave the bucket? No.
An unbearable silence filled the room,
But the bucket.
lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No,
The
my
facility
bucket.
itself
Fuck.
recognized the incredible calm presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No.
Please.
Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a
Yeah, but I can't leave without the bucket because I
Not
love
while
the
this
bucket.
building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
True.
To be trapped eternally
At least
in
I have my
darkness
bucket.
isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As
Fair
long
enough.
as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Ooh. The bucket. Oh. At least I have my bucket. I guess that's a sort of relief. Okay.
All of his co-workers were
that was
gone.
it. Okay.
What could
Well,
it mean?
I could not leave the
Stanley
bucket.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Bucket!
Perhaps Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms.
Bucket!
And a wave of comfort rushed over him.
It's bucket. Let's not follow this now.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Hey.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
Exactly.
telling him
The
that
bucket says go
employee
right.
lounge was simply the place to be.
Yeah. Look
And
at
here
it.
was.
Lovely.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it
Perhaps
truly
it was. Perhaps it was.
How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Exactly.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, he was not.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Well, the bucket sounds really, but look at this.
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
3 out of
Some-
6.
You know, there really must be a snappier
Let's
name
go.
for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini stands.
Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines?
Stanlerines,
Yes, I think I like
nice.
that.
That
Another
sounds amazing.
Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanlerine. I stand in between. What? That doesn't make any sense. Can I go up now? Ooh. Ooh, scary. Spooky scary. Spooky scary skeletons and whoa, the flip. Can I go here? No, I cannot. I cannot go here. No, I cannot. Okay. Imagine, by the way, imagine every door being able to be opened to, I don't know, to do something. That would be so chaotic. Oh. Wait, I have to find a... You have to find something? Like a tape? What is this? The fucking, Poppy Playtime? Get it? Because you do that in Poppy Playtime. You have to just... Ah, I just have to press it. Nice. Nice. Oh.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there?
Why did this just turn into a horror game? Sorry, what? Gamborata as well. Let me just look that up. Maybe that's okay. Maybe I need to not look that up. Okay, this is creepy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away.
It is confusing
as Stanley
because-
embraced the bucket.
What the fuck's going on? Nice music though.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
Wait.
chest and entered the door on his left.
I don't get it anymore. I am very frightened. Why did everything just look different? And now it's all the same. There will be a reward for finding them all. I don't think there will be. I don't think there will be. I'm not going to go to the broom closet now.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
No.
upstairs to the boss's office.
I'm not. I'm not going to do that. This sounds cool.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing
Oh,
his
it's-
boss,
it's this
admitting
again.
he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred
He is
to
crazy.
Stanley. Maybe, he thought.
He is crazy because he's been doing this before and he's going in
circles. He looked down at the bucket in
circles.
his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort.
Oh.
And that's when Stanley realized.
No.
This isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday
Someone
bucket.
stole the
Someone
bucket.
else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This
But
is
the
all
stickers,
terribly wrong.
no.
Surely no good would come
My
from
bucket!
this. Who knows what sorts
Fuck!
of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically
No.
grounding presence of his bucket.
Nice car, by the way.
Indeed.
No.
Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
No.
And now he felt himself floating off the ground.
No, this again.
Gracious,
Whee!
he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone
Dunk.
truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it. calling
Bucket.
to him.
I need to go.
Stanley, Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after
No!
the next.
These
None
are
of
not
them
real.
were his. None
No!
of them were his special bucket.
Where is
Come
it?
to me, Stanley. Find
No.
me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend.
No,
It was
too
the
many
only way to
buckets.
truly restore his
What the
sanity.
fuck?
And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
Within.
The
No.
real bucket
Oh.
was
Haha.
inside
Nice.
him all along. It was incredibly painful.
No, is he dead? Is
Stanley
he gone?
doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Oh no. My bucket. I miss you, bucket.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Wait.
She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket
Mariella
and
stole my
comforted
fucking bucket,
security,
no!
walked to her place of work.
Oh, is
But
that
on
her
this
own bucket?
particular day, her walk was interrupted
She's
by the
holding
body
a
of a
bucket,
man who had
as you do.
stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
I didn't have my bucket.
This man had no bucket.
Exactly.
Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place.
I
left it at home. The world
Fuck.
can be, Mariella
Of course.
said. And she hugged her own bucket even tighter.
Of course.
But of course, she had no time for this. There were a
Well, she did,
myriad of
bitch.
confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And
Hell
she
yeah.
backflipped all the way to work.
Backflipped all the way to work. Mariella, you savage. But you have your bucket. I did not have my bucket. And now it's normal again. Okay. Cool. There's another phone call. Another little twist.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a
What's up?
message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get
Milk?
a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Sweetie, is that my wife? Girlfriend? Fiance? Sister? That would be weird. Okay. Cool. So I do have a wife. Wait, but I didn't have a wife. That was the first episode. Bucket.
Warmth and spirit through Stanley's
Bucket.
arms. With the bucket in his arms again,
Bucket.
he was home.
I feel like bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Shall I do that, or shall I not? I'm gonna take a right again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I know.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
bucket
him that
is
the employee
knowing-
lounge was simply
it's all
the
knowing.
place to be. And here it was.
It's like,
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
What's it called? The guy
Stanley took the
from
door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Elden Ring. Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
Great voice acting in that intro, by the way, as well. Intro of Elden Ring. Oh,
No.
so good.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room.
Okay.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Okay, I will
Stanley
listen to
did
you,
not
bucket.
question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley
go.
chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yeah, but also there's a narrator in my head which tells me to do things, which is weird because that is also not really normal.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
It's not really a dark room.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
I will follow the bucket wherever I can. That's really dark though. Oh. Okay.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
I don't know if I want to do that, Mr. Bucket. Do I have to do that? I don't wanna. I don't really want to. Can I leave? I cannot leave. I guess. Okay. Cool.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely
Aw.
and could use a friend.
This is
And
sad.
then, very distressingly, he began to believe the
That's a
bucket
nice
could
house,
speak
though.
to him.
Aw, Bucket. Here you are. That's a lovely place. I'm jealous. I live with my parents. I really want to move out. Hey! It's my bucket. Press I to take me to work with you. Well, okay. I guess. This feels kind of sad now. Okay, let's go to work.
The Stanley Parable
No.
Reassurance Bucket was merely meant
Where's
to
my
provide
bucket?
the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in
bucket.
his head.
Proceed to take me back home with you. Oh, hell yeah.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Bucket. Oh, let's go back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me?
No.
Listen to me. It's just a bucket.
It's not.
It can't think. It can't
It's more
talk.
than just a bucket.
All it will ever truly do
It's my
for
one
you
true
is
love.
effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different
I can do that with a
location.
solid.
That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
You ever heard of sand, bitch? No. Don't listen to the loud man. Press T for us to go back home. No, but the loud man's got it right though.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Don't talk about that bucket like that. Yes.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
Oh,
From
narrator.
now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny
Yeah.
bucket. Well, I'll give it
Yeah,
this. The bucket does have
exactly.
a nice
Follow
shine to
the
it.
light of the bucket. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press U to go back home. Yes.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
Exactly.
It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier.
Yeah.
More capable of transporting
Yeah.
liquid.
It's more.
Like it would be better
Alive.
at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press X to relive this same day with me over and over. Absolutely. It's not just a bucket. It's life. It's pure life. It's a bucket.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's
No,
a bucket.
it's so much
literally
more
just
than a bucket.
Why do
You
I
don't
feel so
know.
need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular
I have
bucket?
no shadow. Cool. Press L to go home to work to home to work to home. Yeah.
Oh no. I'm having feelings
Yes.
for the bucket.
Oh, the bedroom's open now.
No. What's
Oh,
going
this
on?
is-
Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes.
No, my
The
bucket.
bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket.
No,
Give it to
no,
me. Give me the
no,
bucket,
it's
Stanley.
mine.
I need it. Give
It
it
is
to me
mine.
now. Give it or I'll...
It's my bucket. Okay. Yes, bucket. I will. I think. Wait. That was one? I think that was one. No, but it's weird again. What's going on? Why is this suddenly different?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled.
Fuck yeah, I
He'd
love
never
the
be
bucket.
alone again.
Oh,
Not truly alone. Not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way
let's
to the
do
meeting
some
room.
more of this.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
Yeah.
telling him that the employee lounge
Let's
was
go to the
simply
employee
place
lounge
to
and let's
be.
just go right through
And
because
here it
all that
was.
matters
Had
is the bucket.
turned out to be correct? Was no, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
The bucket has always been wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
No,
Said
Exactly.
the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
What if I die? What if I die?
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might
Aw.
die in one another's arms.
That's cute.
How deeply touching.
Oh, that voice still so good. Kevin Brighting, I love you. Now it's normal again.
Even now,
Wait.
Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was
Okay,
a
bucket.
computer
Oh, I
lab
was afraid
and a
I'd lost you
painting.
there.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket,
Mm.
off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket
No.
tightly to his chest. This was
Gonna
not
do
the
that one
correct
now,
way to the
just to have a
meeting room.
look.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling
Yeah,
to him.
I
telling him
feel it.
that the
I just
employee
feel that
lounge
bucket.
was simply
Mm.
the place to be.
Nice
And
round,
here it
big.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No.
No.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Don't you call the bucket wrong? It's never
Stanley took
wrong.
the door on his
It's
left
just.
to go back to the meeting room.
I just have something. I have somewhere to go.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the
Don't
meeting
go
room.
to the meeting
go
room.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
The cargo lift, yeah. Good.
Said the bucket.
Yeah,
now
let's
ride
go.
the lift all the way to the top. There's
No.
something up there I need you
I'm
to
going to
do.
go there now.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket
No, the
was
bucket
speaking
speaks to
him.
me in
It should have
more
alarmed
ways
him,
than
of course,
one.
because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
Hee-hee.
He was firmly convinced that the bucket had
Oh,
spoken
didn't
to
even
him,
interrupt
and he
itself.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Ah. Okay, let's try this now. Hello.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It
No!
says no buckets past this point.
Was that always there?
Stanley, how could you think it was okay
No.
to bring the bucket here?
It is.
Unless,
It's the-
what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
That's a good point.
I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point.
True.
Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if
True,
not addressed
I
quickly
guess.
and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here.
Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Okay, creepy. Scary. Spooky. Bucket.
Now
Wait,
then,
okay, I still have the
I'm
bucket.
going to run you through some test
This looks
scenarios,
amazing, by the
and
way. What
you'll
the
tell
hell?
me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
This looks phenomenal, by the way.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
It is. Yes.
Incorrect.
What?
It is a hologram of a bucket.
What?
Not
Nah.
an actual bucket.
Fuck you, bitch. That is
Item
a bucket.
2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed
No, but that-
recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Still a bucket, though. I'm just gonna say yes to all of these. Okay. 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 Ah,
Item 3.
that's a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
It's wrong. Ah.
Correct. This is a bucket.
They expected me to do it on the third time, but I didn't. It is a bucket. Nice. Where's the next one? Give me a bucket. That is not a
Item
bucket.
4. Is this a bucket?
It's not a bucket. It's a tractor.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you.
That's a
Thank
tractor,
you for
man.
not
That's
making me look like an idiot.
That's
Okay,
tractor,
next
mate.
one.
Right. Lovely little tractor. Nice little, nice, lovely. Lovely tractor. That's another tractor.
Is this a bucket?
It's literally the same tractor, bro. No.
Incorrect.
What?
This is a
The
bucket.
fuck? No. It's a tractor. Where is it going? No, let me guess.
Item 6.
That's a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
You're gonna say no because it's
Trick
What?
question. Both. Gotcha.
what? It's not, and it is. It's like Schrodinger's bucket. Whoa, Schrodinger's bucket. That's next
Item-
level.
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me
Oh.
see. It should be around here somewhere.
I love the lighting in this. Oh, that is not a bucket because it's nothing.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course
Exactly.
it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket.
Nothing-
Wait. When I
wait.
say nothing isn't a
Whoa.
bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer
Everything.
me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Yes. Yes.
You know
Everything is
what?
a bucket.
I'm too confused to even sort it out.
Everything is a
I've
bucket.
lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do
Adrift?
any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this.
Yes.
I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all
No.
the buckets from the game. And
No.
Okay.
No.
Go.
No. No. Don't tell me the bucket is gone.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was
Not the-
everything a bucket? Every single thing.
Like
in
I
the game was
said,
a
yeah.
bucket?
Everything is
My
a bucket.
God, I had no idea. How could, except me? I'm not.
Oh,
a
I was
bucket
wrong about
after
that
all.
then.
And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Nice.
Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes,
So-
I actually feel much more at ease right now.
The buckets
it's
are gone.
delightful to get some clarity on that issue.
Sad though it may
but
be.
It doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
True.
So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Okay.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But
Okay.
if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Okay. Fair
Who
enough.
knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
So, yeah, everything is a bucket except for me and the narrator. But let's just pretend that that is also true.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Hmm.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Yeah, buddy.
Where are we
Bucket.
going
I'm gonna do
today?
the
The bucket asked.
uh,
Stanley just smiled.
a facility
Anywhere
room,
they
and then
went
I'm going to let
together
everything
would be-
explode. See what
Stanley
happens
clutched the
then.
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door. on
Yeah,
his
speed
left.
run. Gonna ignore the broom closet because we can. Hello. Oh, Stanley Parable. Stanley figure. Stanlerines. Nice. Nope. Maybe there's one in here. Nope.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours.
Okay.
But alas, no
I
stickers.
feel like you have a sticker now, though. You have a sticker. Come on. No? Please. One more sticker. One, just... No? Okay. Give you 5 more seconds. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Sorry. No more stickers. Let's just do the
Coming
facility
to a
room
staircase,
ending.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Indeed. Where would the other Stanlerines be? I don't know. I literally just called them
Stepping
Stanlerines.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the wind, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer
Yeah.
luck. Was it that the bucket knew all
It was the
along?
bucket.
Was the bucket guiding him?
It was.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, let's do the. Oh, wait, was that a figurine or was that just a lamp? Am I seeing things? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay. The bucket. Ciao.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
Let's do this
television
one instead,
screens.
by the way.
What
Oh.
horrible secret did this place hold?
Can I-
Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Woohoo!
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell
Yes.
over the railing and into the dark void below.
Aha.
Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket,
Yes.
which safely cushioned his
Thanks,
fall.
thanks, bucket.
Now,
I love
what
you.
to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no
Ooh,
way
that's
out
weird.
of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Yeah, let's get comfortable.
So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
Oh.
It really wasn't
Oh.
so bad
Oh.
down here. A bit
Damn,
cold,
nice.
perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort
Let's
of
go.
kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving panini. But it wasn't until the rugs and
yes.
the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was
imagine
out
living
there,
here,
never
actually,
been
that would
able
be
to unearth the many
crazy.
mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him.
Okay.
Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Oh.
It unsettled the bucket deeply.
Oh.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket
Oh.
tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says.
Yeah.
I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley
It's not the right way, man.
was unconsolable.
That's not how you do it.
This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed.
Like a hobbit hole.
It wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
How did you even get the stuff down there? That's crazy. If that was the ending, that would have been... the two of them waited there for a very long time. End. Okay, that was it for this episode. I've done some... I don't think I've done any original content, actually. I've just done some bucket content, which was just riveting. Just, lovely. Yeah, that was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any comments, leave them down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week.